A graphic of the Perkins logo swoops across the screen, revealing a chapter heading. Insight gained from assessment.
With their poor senses, and that might be one of the reasons why this big intellectual delay, building up concept what intelligence is all about, is, I think if we would creep into this, under the skin of those guys, we would be surprised. With so little, we expect them to do so much.
In a video clip, the young boy rests his upper body on the desk and plays with a plastic shaker, which gets knocked to the floor. We watch as the boy eventually moves to the edge of the desk and reaches out to begin exploring the floor in search of the shaker. Eventually, he locates it and moves back to the desk.
Was he happy?
Yes, very happy.
Okay.
Giant smile.
When you are bereft of your senses, my gosh, it is a very shallow foundation. Very shallow. You see just a little, you hear just a little. The perceptions are so weak. That means if you want them to root in the brains, it needs a lot of consistency, repetitions, go over it again in a meaningful way to build it up like that. So if you have every day another subject, I'm going to predict you that nothing will be stored in the brain. So if you have these simple routines of the child's interest, you know, like planting a bulb, of watering the plants. Do that every day. Water the plants and make small changes. Have a big bulb, a small one, remove the soil, and you feel, you know, add the soil, have the problem, but come back to that. Talk about it, and you can talk about it with words, but also with the objects, with the real situations. But in order to have really concept development in the brain, it needs a long time.
In a video clip, we see Dr. Van Dijk kneeling now in front of the young girl as she sits on her mother's lap. Dr. Van Dijk sings and moves very close to the girl, and she laughs several times and then withdraws to her mother. We hear Dr. Van Dijk whisper to the mother.
She needs that time to process the information. Then she's coming back. Waiting is the key. Waiting. All this challenging behavior, all this withdrawn behavior, all this autism, you know, I think we missed out on that because we did not know. But now we know a little bit more. And what is always in practice is always a little bit behind. It's always a little bit behind. Therefore, I keep on going until my last breath. That's why I have opened now the website, to keep people up to date about these things, because everybody is busy and have no time to, because not easy materials. And what I try to make all these things accessible for my colleagues.
Fade to black.